Have you hit a stall on the keto diet? Watch this video. It's for you. Although I'm not exactly the picture of health right now, I'm a lot better than I was. I wish that I'd have done what everybody said to do and get a before picture. And I'm going to try to put one up now if I can find something around that time. But it won't be the shirt off, gross looking before pictures you usually see. I didn't take one of those. But you will see a difference between the me now and the me before. One thing I never was really strict keto. What do I mean by that? Well, the people who say you can't have soy, the people who say you can't have gluten, people who say everything has to be almond flour and all natural and grass fed. And I can't afford grass fed beef, and I'm betting most of you can't either. So don't worry about that. That's not really necessary. You can lose the weight and still have a lot of the things you love. There are great channels out there that have wonderful recipes, and I'm not just talking about mine. The keto diet doesn't have to be a chore. It doesn't have to be restrictive. Yeah, you can't have rice and you can't have potatoes, and there's not really a decent substitute for them, but I have a lot of good bread recipes on my channel. So if you miss bread, you don't have to miss bread. I've got rye bread, I've got hot dog buns, I've got hamburger buns. I'm working on white bread. I already have wheat bread. So you don't have to miss bread. We got that covered. And many other channels have a lot of other things covered. If you think being on the keto diet is just going to be an easy way to lose weight, well, nothing's easy about losing weight. Gaining weight's easy. Losing weight, that's another story. So we're going to talk about the keto diet. We're going to talk about the ups and downs that I've had and some of the things you can do about it. And one of the things that I've found in my keto journey is that losing the sweets wasn't really that big of a deal for me. I never had that much of a sweet tooth. But potatoes, rice, those those were hard to give up. Really hard. You're going to have things that are hard for you to give up too. Now there are a lot of channels out there, mine included, where we try to make substitutions that are at least close to as good as the originals. If not, sometimes I think they're better. So watch videos here on YouTube, read the recipes, try some of the ones that sound good and that look good. Beware though, some channels are just out to make a buck and they don't give you good recipes. You want to look for good quality recipes from quality channels. And once you find them, give them the thumbs up and subscribe because you're going to want to know when these guys put out a new video. There are going to be days when you want to quit. That happens. That happens on any diet. It happens on the keto diet too. But you just got to get through them. You got to push through them because tomorrow is a new day. And each new day brings its own troubles, but it also solves the problems of the day before sometimes. I have days where, oh, I'm just dying for something. The next day, I don't even think about it. If you can just tough it out through that day, get through that day, get through today, make it through to tomorrow. Tomorrow will be a different day. I can't promise it'll be better. It might be worse, but eventually it gets better, especially in the beginning. You're going to miss all kinds of things. You're going to think you just can't live without them. But trust me, after you've been doing this diet for a while, once you decide to take a meal off, for instance, or a day off maybe, eat a few things you used to love, you'll find out your tastes have changed and you don't love them as much as you thought you did anymore. That always helps to fortify you to get through the next craving because you remember that things aren't as good as you think they are. We eat a lot of vegetables here at the house. We eat a lot of one skillet meals because they're just quicker and easier. You'll find a video on my channel about that. But I also have noodles. I have bread. I have cheesecake. I have all kinds of things on my channel that you could eat. And there's lots of other nice channels out there too that provide good keto food, good healthy food. It's low carb that can keep you from gaining the weight back while still eating the things you love. And if once in a while You want to go to a restaurant and eat something you shouldn't according to your diet, as long as it's a one-time deal or occasional, there's nothing wrong with that. Now, if you're one of those people who doesn't have self-control and once you take a bite of chocolate cake, you're never going to go back, yeah, maybe you need to be that strict with yourself. But for most of us, we can take a meal off and go back to the diet and just keep on losing weight and feeling great. I know if I can do it, you can do it. Just don't give up. Don't ever give up. Giving up is not an option. Keep that in mind. I try to make sure I keep my pantry stocked with the items I'm going to need to make the things that I like. Now, you might have noticed on my channel, I make a lot of different kinds of bread, and I like bread. So that's one of the things that I make a lot of different kinds of, because it doesn't bother me and it doesn't bother my household to eat the mistakes. And there are plenty of those, trust me. So when you see me coming out with a new video, new kind of bread, trust me, I've eaten a lot of mistakes to get to that loaf of bread. I think you'll appreciate the time I put into it when you try it. One thing to do is just keep telling yourself, I can do it. I can do it. I can get through this. And you know what? I know you can do it. I know you can get through it. How do I know? Because I got through it. And I didn't get this big by having a lot of self-control and fighting off urges. I ate what I wanted. I ate as much as I wanted, whenever I wanted to eat it. Maybe you did that too. But you can control those urges. Fight it. Remember the things that are important to you. I was getting to where I couldn't even stoop down and pick something up off the floor. I had to hold on the counters to walk through the kitchen. I couldn't get in and out of a boat to go fishing with my friend. I don't have those problems anymore. Now I can do those things. And being able to do the things that I wanted to do and couldn't encourages me to keep going so that I can do more of the things I used to do when I was younger and thinner. Now, yeah, I can't make myself younger, and no diet does that, but getting thinner can really help. A lot of the problems that we have nowadays, the health problems that we Americans deal with, doesn't come from old age. They call it old age. They say it's old age, but a lot of times it's weight gain and diabetes and sugar ups and down. That's really hard on your body. And the bad things that we eat, like some of the types of oils that we eat that cause inflammation, pain in your joints and swelling. I wouldn't be surprised if one of these days they find out fibromyalgia can be cured by switching your diet. Because I thought I had fibromyalgia for quite some time. I don't have those aches and pains anymore. I don't feel like I just got beat up yesterday all the time. I still have some aches and pains from age and my size and some of the dumb things I did when I was younger. And thankfully, there were no cameras around to catch those things. But old age isn't always what the problem is. We like to blame it on old age because then we're not responsible. But sometimes we are responsible. What we put in our face stays on our waist, and then we have to deal with it. So we start working hard, we get rid of that extra weight, we're going to feel better, we're going to be able to do more. And that's what this is all about. That's what this journey is all about. That's what the lifestyle is all about. And I know you can do it because I did it. Now, this whole thing of talking about myself, talking about my personal journey, this isn't really my forte. Don't expect a whole lot of these kind of videos, but I'm getting enough subscribers now that I wanted to kind of talk to the people that I'm making these videos for, so you kind of have an idea of what kind of person is doing these videos. I'm nowhere near perfect. I'm not really what you call charismatic, but I try really hard to do things right. I'm doing the best way I can. And that's what I'm doing. Making good recipes for good food for good people like you. Hello, this is Putnut. If you enjoyed that, please check this out.